this is a rotating balancing of rotating mass apparatus. In that we will perform static balancing and dynamic balancing. In static balancing, we are attaching mass in single place. You can see there are 4 different planes on which we can attach masses 1, 2, 3 and 4, which is being attached by motor. Okay, so motor will give power to this rotor. So once it is rotating, we can attach masses in different planes. Now in static balancing, we are putting mass in single plane, while in the dynamic balancing, what we are putting mass on different plane, and then we are balancing the system. So today we will perform first practical, that is a static balancing. So what we can do, this system is initially, you can see I'm starting motor. You can see the system, it is balanced condition. Now what we can do, we are first making our system disturb, then we will balance that system. So I have stopped motor. Now what I am doing, I will put different masses. You can see here there is a radial slot, which is distance from the center axis. It is given. It is 9, 11, 13 and 15, 7, and angular position is also given. You can see here. So this is 0 degree, 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree, 40 degree, 50 degree. Okay, and these are the radial drill where we can attach our mass. You can use any of the plane. I am using this plane. So first of all, I am making this system unbalanced. Now these are the different masses which we are going to use. This is, you can see here, this is 100 grams. This one is 50 grams. Okay, so 150 grams we are having combination. We can use combination of 50 and 100 grams. And we are using nut and bolt. We are using this nut and bolt. Okay. Now I am taking 50 grams. First my disturbing mass, it is 50 grams. Say I am attaching 50 grams at a radial distance of 9 centimeter at angle 10 degree. So here you can see I have attached 50 grams at a radial distance of 9 centimeter and at angle 10 degree. Okay, so we are writing this reading in our observation table. $50 gram, angle it is 10 degree, and this one is 9 centimeter. Okay, this is our observation table, and 50 gram at angle of 10 degree and at a radius 9 centimeter. Okay. So our first mass, it is at a radial distance of 9 centimeter at angle 10 degree, and we have used 50 grams. Now second mass, we are attaching at 11 centimeter at angle 130 degree. Okay, same mass we are using 50 grams. Okay, so we are writing our second reading in observation table. grams at an angle 130 degree and 11 centimeter. Okay. So I'm repeating again. Our first mass, it is 50 gram at a radial distance of 9 centimeter at angle 10 degree. Now second disturbing mass at a radial distance of 11 centimeter at 130 degree, and we are using the same mass, that is 50 grams. Now third disturbing mass, it is at a radial distance of 13 centimeter at its angular position is 210 degree, and we are using 50 grams again. Now we have three disturbing mass, M1, M2 and M3. Now these systems we are going to balance in our observation table. It is 50 gram at angle 10 degree and at a radius 9 centimeter. Second mass, it is 50 grams, 130 degree, and radial distance it is 11 centimeter. Third mass, it is again 50 grams at angle 210 and its radial distance it is 13 centimeter. Okay. So here our first mass, it is 50 grams at angle 10 degree at radius 9. Okay. So product of centrifugal force divided by omega square. So this is a multiplication of mass and radius. Okay. So this is 450 grams. 50 into 9. Now for second mass, 50 grams into 11. So this will give you 550 grams. For third, it is 50 grams into 13. So this will give you 650 gram into centimeter. Now we have to draw force polygon. Okay, so we will find the resultant force, and once we get the resultant force, we will find the balancing mass. Now for this, what you can do, you take scale. 100 gram into centimeter is equals to 1 centimeter. Now your first component, so this is 450 grams, gram into second. So first vector, it is at angle 10 degree. So here I am drawing my first. This is M1 R1. Okay, so this is 450 gram into centimeter. So I am converting that into scale. So this is 4.5 centimeter first vector, and this angle, it is 10 degree. Okay, so for second, this is a product. Second vector, it is a product of mass and radius, and here you can say it is a 550 gram into centimeter, and this angle, it is 130. So my second vector, it is 5.5 centimeter at angle 130 degree. Okay, same way the third vector, it is at angle 210, and my product mass and radius, it is 650. I am converting it into scale, so this will give you 6.5 centimeter. Now you have to measure angle with respect to positive axis. So for all vector, I am measuring my vector with respect to positive axis. Here also you can see. Here also you can see. I am measuring with respect to positive axis only. Okay, so third vector, it is 6.5 centimeter at angle 210. Now your force, to get the system balance, your force polygon should be close. Okay, so this will give you my resultant. This vector upward, this direction, this will give you a resultant, but my balancing force, it is in this direction. Okay, so I'm measuring this component MBRB, and I'm converting that vector into scale. So MBRB, it is coming 5.3 centimeter. I'm converting that into scale, so this will give you 530 gram into centimeter. Now we have radial drill at 9, then 11, 13 and 15 centimeter. We have limitation. We have drills at 9 centimeter, 11 centimeter, 13 centimeter and 15 centimeter. So I'm putting my balancing mass RB at a radius 15 centimeter, so that you can find your balancing mass. So I'm putting RB equal to 15 centimeter, so that you will get 35. Now how will you measure angle? So this is my resultant, but this direction, it is my, so you have to extend this and with respect to positive x, you have to measure this angle. So this is not 165 actually, so I have to measure. So with respect to so our balancing vector, it is in this direction, so I am extending, and with respect to positive x, my angle, it is coming 343 degree. But again we have limitation, we have angular hole with an angular increment of 10 degree, so we can take this as 340 degree. Okay. So this is our unbalanced system. We have three masses, M1, M2, M3. So this is unbalanced system. Now we have to balance this system. So we are putting 35 grams at angle 340 degree and at radius 15 centimeter, but we have mass of 50 grams, so 15 grams, so instead of 30 grams I am using 50 grams, and angle again we have limitation, so I am using 340 degree. Yes, so our first mass, it is at 10 degree at 9 centimeter radius and 50 grams. Our second mass, it is 50 grams at 130 degree and 11 centimeter. Our third mass, it is 50 grams at angular position 210 degree and 13 centimeter. Now we have found this, our balancing mass, it is 35 grams, but 35 grams we don't have 35 grams, so I am using 50 grams. Instead of 35 gram I am using 35 grams I am using 50 grams. Again, angle it is coming here, it is 343 degree, but I am using 340 because we have holes at angular increment of 10 degree, so I am using 330 and 340. Okay, 50 grams and already we have taken 15 centimeter. RB it is 15 centimeter. Now our system, yes, here it is 15. So now our system, it is balanced. We have three unbalanced mass, and that system we are balanced with one single mass. Yes, of course there is some vibration because we have, instead of 35 grams we have used 50 grams, and our angular position, it is 343 and we have used 340 degree. So that is why there is some amount of vibration is still left. We have some limitation, that is why. Okay, so this is how you can balance your system, and this is static balancing because we have used only one plane.